Hey everyone, my name is Reagan and I work with Digital Boutique Co. And today we are going to be talking about how to build an effective social media strategy. So if you want to know how to do that, then let's get started with the tips that's going to get you there. So before we go over the actual steps of what you need to do with your social media strategy, I want to go over what exactly is a social media strategy. And basically it's a goal-based master plan for your social media. It is what your plan is to do with your social media to achieve your goals. That can be increasing your revenue, generating more places for you to get sales, to get new customers, to grow your Facebook group, to grow your likes. So there's a bunch of different things that you can do with your social media, but the first thing that you need to do is establish what your goals are. Once you know that, then we can build an effective social media plan that is going to get you from where you are right now to the place that you want to be financially and just overall in your business. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get to the steps. So your first step that we're going to go over today is to pay attention to your own behavior. And what that means is in the social media world, us as consumers, when we look at our own behaviors, we tend to do a ton of things that we don't even know that we're doing. So what I mean by that is I would just encourage you, before you even start your own plan, to maybe take a day or two to figure out okay, what am I doing? What platforms am I on? What platforms am I spending the most time on? And if you find something funny and you screenshot it and you send it to your friend or your mom or whoever, what triggers you to think that that's funny? What triggers you to send that to someone? And so whenever you're starting off from scratch, thinking about your social media plan, the first thing that you need to analyze is your own human behaviors. And so that can be really useful for someone if you have a demographic or age audience that you're trying to reach that is similar to your own age. If not, if you're a boutique owner, and let's say like you're 50 or up or even 40 and up, and you're really trying to reach like maybe the average working woman that's like 19 up, then you would probably want to ask someone that you trust that loves social media, that's really great with all these things, if they would just take note of the things that they engage with and the platforms that they spend the most time over in a couple days. So that would be my recommendation if you do not fit in your age demographic that you're trying to reach. Because if you're not, then you're probably going to be wasting your time creating content for an age demographic that doesn't apply to your brand. So with that being said, let's go on to step 2. Okay, so the second goal that we're going to go over is to understand the goals that you have for your social media and how those goals are going to need to reflect your social media. So having a marketing calendar is probably going to be your best friend. I know that it's my best friend. I actually have, here it is. I have actually a calendar that I want to show you guys that I use personally for Digital Boutique Co. As you can see, I have one on my wall as well, and I recommend for you to have an effective plan, for you to sit down, I would say at the first of every month, like I usually do it like the first or second of every month, and you could do a big calendar like this. That I'm a very visual person, so I need to see like, okay, on Tuesdays, I'm doing, content for TikTok. Wednesdays is going to be results-based content post on Instagram, Facebook. And then Thursday, I'll do another TikTok release. And then on Mondays, I'll shoot my videos for YouTube. And so that is really, really great. And then I also have it in this type of form as well. So like I said, I have everything kind of already like planned for the whole month. And that's very useful for someone like me who has all the apps on my phone and all the calendars and everything, but it's really great to, when I come to my desk, to sit and see everything that I need to do. So I would suggest that you have goals monthly, or you can do them quarterly. If you're a boutique that maybe is just starting out, maybe you want to start out with some monthly goals. Like your first monthly goal would be like, creating a presence on social media and growing your Facebook group and your page. And then, you would just go from there. So wherever you are, if you're an established boutique and you've been a brick and mortar for a long time and you're not really that strong on social media, then you maybe want to either find someone that you can hire that is strong in social media, or learn how to do it yourself, and start diving into all the platforms. So I would say that you can do that monthly or quarterly. If you are more of an established boutique, I would say quarterly would probably work better as far as your results, and like the results that you're going to get, and also like the focus that you'll be able to have if it is something that's quarterly. So that is our next point. So I'm going to give an example of just a brick and mortar boutique. Let's say that they're only brick and mortar, they're not online at all, and they want to start that process of becoming an online boutique as well. So what that would look like for you, as far as if you're starting your social media, you wouldn't want to abandon the content that's valuable to your community around you that you are trying to reach as well. So you don't want to like go all in on posting consistently about how you're online. You would want to gradually make that into your content. So you could do that through a lot of different avenues. So you could do that through TikTok, through Instagram feeds or Reels, or Instagram TV. Or you could do that on like Snapchat or something like that, but you would want to make sure that you are pointing people in the direction that you are going, and trying to be as clear as possible. So you would want to make sure that you are still posting about the stuff that is coming into your store, the clothes that you get, the new arrivals, the new brands, the new companies that you are supporting in your store, because you do have a strong local presence in your community. So you want to make sure you keep doing that. And then also, if you are, like, let's say you're an online store and you're becoming brick and mortar, you want to incorporate that into your content that you're creating to your audiences all over social media, as a celebrating type of way, if that makes sense. Like, you wouldn't want to just post about it one time. You would want to take those people on the journey with you, that you are able to open a brick and mortar because of them, and you are so excited for the new journey. And so make sure that when you are creating your content, that it has value and it is great content. You're not just pushing a post out there to say that you posted on social media. So that is our step 2 with creating a social media strategy plan. And let's go to step 3. Okay, so step 3 is, it can tend to be a little rough because it is going to be going through your experimental phase. So what that means is, like I have mentioned, there is so many different platforms and ways to create content. And you're gonna have to experiment with what works with your brand. Sadly and unfortunately, it is not a cookie cutter process. So everyone is different. Every boutique is different. Every audience is going to be different. And so my suggestion to you guys would be, you're gonna have to play around with it. I would say pick about 3 or 4 platforms, even 5 if you wanted to, but make sure that you give it your all, your 110%. You figure out how to use them. You know what all they're capable of. A lot of people that I know are like utilizing Instagram, but they're not utilizing the full capacity of Instagram, like on the Reels and Instagram TV, and they're just like utilizing the feeds. So you want to make sure that you are familiar with those platforms, that you've given it your best, you've created the profiles, you've created content, and see which one is getting more engagement, or even which one feels a little bit more natural to you. And sometimes it's crazy because the ones that don't feel as natural are the ones that do the best. So just, you have to go through this, and it's literally gonna feel like nothing works. You're dumb, your content's not great, but that's not the case. It is very, very, very easy for people that I have talked to, boutique owners that I've talked to, that they have quit during this process, during this step, because they feel like their content is not as great as Sally's down the road, or this huge boutique they've been following for inspiration, and it seems like they're never gonna get to the following they have or the content that they have. So my advice would be to keep your eyes in your lane, to keep going in the direction that you are supposed to be going in, and not focus on anybody else's boutique. And that's so much easier said than done, but it's so important that you don't compare yourself, that you don't live in fear of what, I don't know if I can do this or I can be as good as them, because at the end of the day, you are your own motivator, you are your own encourager. And so if you're in someone else's lane trying to copy what they do or compare yourself to them, you're always going to be disappointed. And so that's my encouragement, is to keep your focus on your boutique. Keep your focus on your goals. That's why it's so important to have things written down like I do, little encouraging signs, a planner, to keep your focus where it's supposed to be. And so that is my point for our step 3. And so our step 4 is going to be to analyze what is doing well and what is not. So I would encourage you guys to make an audit of your social media, how it is right now. So this would be for someone that maybe is on social media, but you just feel stuck. Maybe you've tried the reels on Instagram and the TikToks and the Instagram TV, and you've tried going live, you've tried doing the stories, and nothing seems to work. So I would suggest you doing an audit of where you are now, what you've tried, what you have liked to do, what you have hated to do, what has worked, what's gotten the best engagement. And also try to jot down, just for reference for in the future, the times that you are, usually posting. So you want to do this so that you can track where you are and then where you're going to be at some point down the road. Because time is precious, and we do not have time to be spending on things that are not going to pay off for us. So you don't want to be investing in a platform that's only getting 5 views and you've done this for a year and nothing seems to work. So you want to make sure that you have like a legit marketing journal, like mine, or a calendar, or some type of document that you can keep to be able to figure out what's working and what's not. So you could also, something that's really, I would suggest doing, that would be a great idea, is in your marketing journal like this one, there is a spot in the front of it, I don't know if you can see, that you can write down all of your logins. I know the boutique planner, it's called the Boutique Hubs planner. I'm not really sure what the name is. I can tag it below. They're about to launch with their 2022, sorry, my nose is itching, 2022 planner, and it's from the Boutique Hub, and it is amazing. We actually have one at our office. So like I said, everyone needs a Boutique Hub planner in their life. So if you do not know about them, you are going to, because I will link them below. The step 5 that we're going to talk about is picking your platforms. So that sounds like it should be easy, but actually it's kind of hard, because then you have to be all in with it and there's no going back. So, and that kind of sounds scary, but it's not that bad. So anyway, let's get to it. By this point, you have been testing your video content, your posting content, your reels, your TikToks, all the things you've been trying. And so now it has come to the time where you need to make a decision on what platforms you're going to be with. And so for that, you're going to need 3 different platforms. So you're going to need one that is where you can post long video content. So that's going to be YouTube. It's going to be maybe a platform like a blog or a podcast. So you would want to make sure that you have one platform that you can do that sort of content there. And then, and also with boutique owners, I know they're weird because they're like, I'm not an influencer. And like, if you are a boutique owner, then you do have a platform. People want to know about your life. They want to know about your kids, your husband, your family, behind the scenes, how you got started. And so there's always going to be a platform for you on YouTube or podcast or blogs that you can let the world know a little bit more about who you are, your dreams, your visions, and what has motivated you to create the business. So the second platform that you're going to want to be on is a platform that is appropriate for short, engaging content. So what that means is you're going to want to be all in on a platform similar to Instagram or TikTok, Snapchat. Any of those platforms are going to be short, engaging. So whenever you're on Instagram, you want to dive into their reels, their Instagram TV, the stories, going live. And the same for all of the other platforms. Take advantage of all of the things they have that's available to you to create that short, engaging content. And then the third type of platform that you're going to want to be on is a platform that is high in SEO. So what that means is you want to make sure that the third platform that you are on, and some of these are going to overlap because there's not like a million of popular platforms, is going to be one that is searched very frequently, so it has a high search rate. So that could be something like Pinterest. That might be something that you want to go on, and it's really easy. They make it super easy for you to link your Instagram photos or your website photos straight to Pinterest. So that's something that you can do as well. So let's go on to the next step. Okay, so step 6 is going to be mastering your quality, your frequency, and your format formula. So that sounds like a whole mouthful. But first and foremost, you want to make sure that your content is quality. So I think a really big elephant in the room, I guess I could say, in the boutique world is photos. Like, no one wants to really talk about how much time they spend putting their backdrop together, how much money they've spent on their backdrop, and paying their photographer and all the things to get their photo literally perfect. And so I want to say that it is important for you to have great quality content, but it's also really, really, really important that that's not your only focus, that you're also adding value to your post with the content and the copy that you're writing on your post. So you want to make sure that you're not just putting all your eggs in one basket and focusing so heavily on your photos being perfect that your website's out of stock on items that you're really not out of stock on, you haven't posted in your group in a while, all the things. So you want to make sure that maybe, I know you might be a one-man show right now, but at some point your first priorities are going to be handing things off, because you don't want to be in a situation where you can't do the things you're good at. And that's where we come in as Digital Boutique Co. So I will link Digital Boutique Co. in the comment section below, so that way you guys can check us out if you are interested in Facebook and Instagram ads. But anyway, let's go ahead and finish up our social media strategy plan steps. So we are on the last one, and it is going to be personable. So I wanted to end with this one because it is so important. I follow so many people that are boutique owners, that are influencers, and then we are clients with we have clients that do this, we have clients that don't do this, but that are so raw, and they're so real, and they're so personable, and it's so awesome because everyone wants to be following someone and feel like they are a part of their life. No one wants to be following someone and not really be able to connect with them. So the way that you're going to also build a following is just by being yourself, being you, being real. And so that is the last step. So you should have a marketing plan, you should have your calendar, you should have goals in place, either monthly or quarterly, and then you should be basing your content around what your goals are. So if you want more content, or you want more conversions, you want more website visitors, you want to grow your group, you want more new customers, app installs or app downloads, whatever your goal is for the month or the quarter, you want to make sure that that content that you're posting is around that goal, so that way you can achieve that for your online store. So I hope that all these steps have given you everything that you need to be able to make the best effective marketing strategy plan for your business and for your boutique. And so thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't done that, you can do that after the video. And please follow our channel. Please follow us, because we are going to be posting some great content weekly about all things boutiques, Facebook ads information, Instagram ads, just social media content in general, and all the things. So if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, videos that you guys want to know, or maybe video ideas that you want to give me, please put those in the comments below and we will try to get to those. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you on the next video.